Hello and welcome. In this episode of Days Out, we travel to the Isle of Wight Bus and Coach Museum and experience the Wightrider event. Now, whether or not there's an event on at the Bus Museum on the Isle of Wight, it's well worth a visit. It's really got something in there for everybody. There's a well-stocked shop with books and models and other souvenirs. There's a cafe, and you can wander around and see all the buses that they've got in there, including ones that are under restoration. They also have a really good display of engines in one of the back rooms, as well as lots of smaller memorabilia and photographs on display too. The Isle of Wight Bus and Coach Museum have lots of events throughout the course of the year. The two main ones though are Wightrider, which is normally held in the second weekend of October, and Ryde Bus, which is held in May. Wightrider has taken the place of the former Beer and Buses event that was held at the same time each year, and attracts a huge and varied amount of buses, old and new. Entry to the museum and the bus rides are free. Now I'll say what I always say, it might be free, but it would be very nice if everybody that came through the doors donated, or at least bought something from the museum. If you think about it, you donate £5, it's still a cheap day out, isn't it? Because there's not much nowadays that you can do for £5. You can't even really go out and have a meal for £5. So a day out looking at a bus museum and wandering around the bus museum for £5, that's quite a good deal, I think, don't you?
Someone very bright.
During the Wightrider event, the buses operate a substantial network of routes, and these link places such as Quarr Abbey, Bembridge, the Donkey Sanctuary and Ryde Esplanade, just to mention a few. And I hope by watching this video you get a sense of just how busy it all is, because there's lots of departures and there's lots of arrivals, and there's always some bus coming in or some bus leaving. And even if you don't ride on one of the buses, it's actually quite nice just standing near the entrance to the museum, watching them all coming and taking in the sights and the sounds. Now, the museum do have their own website, as well as one that's dedicated for the Wightrider event. And something else I always say now is I will put a little link to these websites up in the top right hand corner near my channel icon. The museum do sell a programme for Wightrider. It's normally £10 and it contains all the timetables as well as information on the vehicles that are running on that particular event. Some of the places that the buses run to, such as Quarr Abbey, Wootton Railway Station on the Isle of Wight Steam Railway, and of course the Donkey Sanctuary, are well worth a visit in their own right. What is there not to love about donkeys, steam trains and a well-stocked monastery shop? I went for a ride on YHY592J, which is a Leyland engined Bristol RE, which was new to Bristol Omnibus Company, and I must admit it sounded absolutely amazing. In fact, those of you who have seen my Jake's Bus Bits videos will recognise that Bristol RE pulling away from Sandown High Street, and I used that as part of the introduction. Unlike a lot of shows, Wightrider is on the Saturday and the Sunday as well. But a lot of the buses tend to turn up in the week before the show starts, and it's not unusual to see all sorts of weird and wonderful buses driving around the Isle of Wight in the week prior to the show. The vehicles that attend Wightrider are all very well presented. Both the buses that are owned and entered by the Isle of Wight Bus Museum, as well as those that are entered by individuals.
There's a couple of buses coming down. Nice green one. That's a really popular one, that.
Normally the buses lay over at the museum as well as Ryde Esplanade, but this year a yard opposite the museum was also used, which allowed a little bit more space for buses that were on a break. For now though, we will jump on a bus and head back to Quarr Abbey. I hope you've enjoyed this rather long look of the sights and sounds of Wightrider at the Isle of Wight Bus and Coach Museum. If you did enjoy the video, please like and share it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you will receive notifications of my future releases. Also, don't forget to pop over to Facebook and join the Jake SCOC Facebook group, where there's lots of goodies posted on there, a lot of the things that you tend not to see on YouTube, behind the scenes and all sorts of things that go on with my buses as well as days out. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.